Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're doing a reading for January, February, March, even though we've come through a fair bit of January. Doesn't matter, we're still reading the energies. This is the first quarter of 2022. We're looking at love, we're looking at general messages as well. Because there's so much astrology going on pertaining to love, that will be the more information on matters of love. We will see what the cards say. Please watch your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, and your North Node if you are familiar with those placements in your own birth chart. All right, so Valentine's Day is just around the corner as well. So you can always come back and revisit the reading as it is pertaining to January, February, March, and see if things have played out, if we've been able to pick up on the energies. I'm doing the Divine spread, which is my own spread. So I know it's a very popular spread. That's why I'm using this. Yeah, that's about it. Let's go on to the readings. Thank you for your support, for liking, for sharing, and subscribing. Love to you all. Hello, dear Pisces. Welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what's showing up in the first quarter of 2022 for you through a divine spread. Dear Pisces, it's interesting. It will be very interesting to see because it's very significant for you as Jupiter now has entered your sign. Logically, this is blessings. This is seeing the truth after a lot of confusion. All the blessings should be coming in for you. Let's see what the divine spread shows for you. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for all of you. So, dear Spirit, please guide me, Pisces, for January, February, and March, generally and in love. We have the Six of Wands, which is at your foundation. What is hidden from you? Seven of Cups. That's Pisces. That's your energy. Logically, what it says to me, that there's lots of choices. Lots of doors will be opening up for you. Let's see the rest of the reading. Recent past, the Hermit. So many of you maybe have been the Hermit, or you've been dealing with someone that has turned into the Hermit. Remember that Pisces Virgo, which is the Hermit, is your relationships. It's the people that you deal with, okay? Any relationships, not only romantic. What's possibly going on in the now when you view this video? We have the High Priestess. Talk about spirituality. We've got the Hermit and the High Priestess. And we know that this is you. You need to trust your intuition. Okay? You need to trust your intuition. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, obviously. Or some of you are the Hermit going into your cave, needing to see the light. And you're growing spiritually as well. That is for sure. We know that the High Priestess holds on to secrets, but she's got that deep knowing as well. Remember, she's a 2, speaks to balance. The High Priestess could also be someone that you are seeking the wisdom from. Maybe some of you are turning into the High Priestess as you've been going through a spiritual awakening. You are showing up as quite wise. Maybe where relationships are concerned, maybe you've seen the light in relation to things that have been hidden pertaining to other people. What is crowning you? The Magician, Mercury. That is beautiful. The Magician is an ace, right? It's a new beginning. We go from the 2 to the 1. So it's like you're revisiting something to do with the past and communication. The Magician has got all the tools to make the magic, but remember that the Magician can also be a trickster, which you're needing to trust your intuition because you don't know if you are dealing with a trickster or not. But possibly having the Magician at the top of your reading is logically very positive. Okay, what is the action and advice? We've got the Six of Pentacles, so there will be equal giving and receiving. This is a payout. This is generosity. This is receiving through manifestation. Okay, coming into balance and harmony. Okay, 2 is also a number of balance. Now 9 is the Hermit. The next step would be the ending of a cycle, which would be the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Fortune. So someone's seeing the truth, seeing the light, and it does show that he's got the wisdom within his hands. So this could be saying that you've already gone through that and now you're getting ready to share your wisdom with others. There's a sense of generosity here as well. So whatever is due, whatever dharma is due for you, this could say that it's time for you to receive. Let's see what the possible outcome is. And we've got the Emperor, number 4. And the Emperor, we know, is a powerful person, sits in a powerful position. The Emperor is stability. It's something that gives you security. It could be a situation, could be a position in life, at work. Or this could be someone that is going to be generous with you. We know that the Emperor is obviously someone who's been successful. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on the throne in the position that they are. But you know, the Emperor speaks to 4s. 4s are home and family and someone that's in charge. But the Emperor can also be a little bit of a control freak. This could also speak to the possibility where work is concerned, something that you've been fine-tuning pertaining to knowledge. Remember, Virgo is our work, it's our daily life, it's our health. And Virgo is all about those nitty-gritty, you know, those tiny details. So practicality with the ability to see through the veil, to penetrate and see clearly through the veil, being able to read between the lines. The Emperor does also can speak to a promotion, okay? So you're going from an area, a seed that you've planted in the past is you've been quite successful. You don't know that there is, it's like you're turning a corner. There's many doors opening up. And I'm going to say also, you could also be dealing with someone that is very successful at what they do. Maybe they've given you a hard time where they were not giving but only receiving. And I would say that's why we've got the 6 of Pentacles here. Let's see how the divine position helps or hinders you through the planetary alignments, okay, through the frequencies that you are working with. Wow, we've got the King of Swords, usually Aquarian energy. Here we've got Aries, can be Taurus, can be any other sign. So we've got the King of Swords, the Sun, and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon, interesting as they come together. It's either a new moon, around a new moon, or a full moon. Oh, that's interesting. So we've got a new moon in Aquarius on February 1st, which Aquarius is opposite Leo. February 16th, we've got a full moon in Leo. So something very significant pertaining to information, to severing ties from anything that was unhealthy, unjust, to seeing some sort of a truth, anything to do with legalities as well, because the 6 of Pentacles I see many times, they usually have the scales here, so Libra comes up as well. Libra can speak to, obviously, balance, harmony, fairness, relationships, anything to do with legalities. With the Sun here, this does speak to healing something or seeing something that was hidden. It can also pertain to a home, to someone being very secretive about what's... Because the King of Swords is usually someone that does not show. They don't show their romantic side. They don't show what's in their heart. They're more about doing the math and saying, you know, this works, this does not work. King of Swords and I don't know if Aquarius, because it is the Aquarius card, if we're talking about the time of Aquarius, dear Pisces, so before your birthday, that something will be shown that was secretive, could pertain to mother, father, so family, matters to do with the past. There could be possibly a new beginning or a cycle that's ending, or something is being eclipsed, cut out of your life. So that could be filled with more stability, something more certain, something more abundant. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is usually a messenger, someone who's ready to take a risk, move forward, take a chance, go on a journey, create something that can possibly bring abundance. So we've got Aries here more than likely. We've got Leo. So let's see what the Karma Dharma is for Pisces, January, February, and March. We have Aquarius. So Aquarius is very strong. The Star card is a wish fulfillment. It's also possibly something happening in the time of Aquarius. The Star is social media. It's socializing. It's friendships. It's also wishes. It's the card of wishes, right? Remember that the Star card in Aquarius is also socializing. So this is the internet. This is social media. This is, I mean, you've got a messenger here with the Page of Wands. Let's see what's beneath that. We've got the King of Wands. So we've got an Emperor, we've got a King of Swords, and a King of Wands. Four of Swords. And Judgment. Now the King of Wands could also speak to King of Wands could be Sagittarius, could be Sag, could be Leo, could be Aries, I suppose. King of Wands could also be the Emperor. Could be the same person, right? Could be the same person, the King of Wands and the Emperor. Obviously here we've got Judgment. So there's been some sort of a choice or a crisis where there's been disappointment. Four of Swords comes after the 3, connected to this King of Wands, and he's got the ability to create. He is quite powerful. King of Wands, usually an entrepreneur, someone who's got their own business. I don't know if this is a partnership where work is concerned, but we see the Page of Wands, which could be a messenger, a message coming through from this King of Wands, someone who's ready to take a risk. Let's see what else we've got here. Where is Pisces emotionally? Dear Spirit. I did speak to that new moon in Aquarius on February 1st, and you've got the Aquarius card. So that should be quite a significant new moon. New moons are new beginnings. Where is Pisces emotionally? January, February, March. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And we do have the Hermit here, which is Virgo. So maybe this is saying a new beginning from someone who's ready to give rather than take within a partnership or a relationship pertaining to you. Remember what I said, Virgo is the people you deal with. It's your partnerships and other people. A time to breathe out, disseminating moon. You know, I just did the Aquarius reading and they had the same card in the same position. Want to take one more on that disseminating moon. A time to breathe out, that says obviously something's culminated, ended, completed. It's time to breathe out. It's like releasing stress and anxiety and worry. because someone who has been seeking guidance or growing spiritually is now ready to give rather than take. So Virgo, dear Pisces, I don't know if you are dealing with a Virgo. It will be different for each of you, remember. So Virgo can speak to your daily life, your work. Okay, so let's see one more. We've got a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. And there are the scales once more. And I was talking about the Libran energy, right? A new romantic cycle begins. So you could be dealing with someone that's got Virgo, but also could be Libra. Could have planets in the sign of Libra. New moon in Libra, new moon in Virgo, new moon in Libra. That will be a very significant time as well. Okay, so you could be going through something legal where there's a new relationship. And King of Swords is someone who wears a uniform, someone who's in the legal field. So it could be a solicitor, could be someone that's helping you. Okay, someone that's giving you the light, someone who's giving you a sense of justice, helping you find your balance. So let's see what the Lenormand has. Yep, we've got the scythe here, and the scythe we know is something that we cut away. So there's some sort of an ending. The scythe also shows the wheat, right? So cutting and receiving, cutting the resources of Gaia. So receiving, but this is sudden. This is sudden. To receive maybe needing to cut something out of your life. Okay. And we've got the Queen of Swords here, and this is an offer. This is the bouquet. And remember, the Queen of Swords does remind me of Libra. Having an offer, a lucky break, because this is Jupiter and Sagittarius. Spring, you're going to feel like spring is in the end. This can relate to spring, actual spring. So, well, winter ends end of February, so we're talking about March in the Northern Hemisphere, nevertheless. For those of you that are in the Southern Hemisphere, this could just be an offer. Let's get out, let's go out. This is an offering, nevertheless, something that will bring you a sense of happiness, right? Feeling flattered, or, this is a form of appreciation. So, a gift which says you are appreciated. And this could also speak to romance, bouquet, flowers. I don't know if this speaks to maybe even Valentine's Day. I don't know, but we see here, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy again. So very slow, strategic, moving forward. And then the scythe comes quickly and ends a cycle or cuts something away so that you could receive. And we've got the... Here we've got the letter. This is something fast. So Mercury and Gemini, news coming in quickly, communication, anything to do with information, expressions, some sort of expressive back and forth. So it could also, yes, it can speak to news, but it can also speak to some sort of a document or an email. I do see it as contracts as well. Yeah, Seven of Swords also. And Seven of Swords, that can speak to stealth, sneakiness, or intelligence, or strategy, or something like that. These three cards could also be saying that some of you are starting to date someone before you actually finalize a divorce, because this can speak to an ending of a cycle, cutting away. cutting something or someone out of your life and being very strategic with a new offer that comes through. Let's see what... Let's take a wisdom of the oracle before we take more tarot. So for Pisces, dear Spirit, and I don't know if this is a secretive connection as well. Okay, because the moon can speak to secrets, things that are hidden. Maybe even hearing some truths. Getting some information pertaining to heart matters, or something that can bring a sense of healing during the time of night, at night. Because look at this here. Look at the time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. How similar does the moon look here? And then all of a sudden here we've got a new moon. Again. A moon, so emotionally feeling balanced, feeling that you've received your justice, or that you're receiving something that is justified for you. And we've got why, so you're receiving all the answers. Why? Let's read the why, which is in the reverse. Remember, the book does speak to knowledge. It's a number 31. Let's read the reversed message. Sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better, because fame could cause people to admire and approve of you. And we've got the fame card right here. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong. But deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you even closer to the happiness that you seek. So subconsciously, maybe you already know the why. Maybe the why is within you. Or you've been dealing with someone that is, this message was for the other person, maybe as well. So I see that the book opens, usually when it's in the upright, it looks like a closed book. I would say that in the reverse, you are finding out why. So it's very much pertaining, especially astrologically speaking, to Jupiter entering your sign, which is bringing you the truth and bringing you the whys. Why have I not known this? Why is this and why is that? Well, the Emperor does bring a sense of stability, and it does speak to also someone that is in a powerful position, someone that can now lead their lives to some sort of security. And the Emperor is many times very fatherly as well. So I don't know if this is someone you're partnering up with romantically or even in business. And the Emperor usually someone that's very grey and quite elderly. Here we've got a very young Emperor. So this is someone who's succeeded earlier on in life. So I don't know if that speaks to you personally, but let's see what the cards say. Let's take more cards. Why do we have the Six of Wands in the foundation? We have the Six of Cups, Six of Cups is nostalgia, it's the past, it's a soulmate connection. Maybe in the deep past you felt very connected with someone that's quite successful. Or this could also speak to, in the past, maybe one person was more faithful, more trusting. The other person was more about succeeding and feeling successful, that they've accomplished. Wow. And we have Temperance, which is Archangel Michael. She came out half up, so she's turning upright. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, Temperance is saying that you need to be patient. The doors are opening and it's all happening in divine timing. And also maybe seeing clearly which path you need to follow. Let's see. We've got the Magician here again. And we've got the Moon. So the Moon has shown up. Wow. And we've got the Emperor. And here is a grey Emperor. Wow. Okay. Interesting. The Emperor sitting right on the Moon card. So it'll be interesting what comes through here, because having the Magician on the Moon can speak to a trickster, seriously. But if we look at there's 4 major arcanas in the hidden position. This is crazy. So we've got strong Cancer, Pisces energies here, Sagittarius, as well as Gemini and Virgo. So this Emperor, the Emperor is usually Aries, can be Taurus, or any other sign that I said. Let's have a look at the Hermit. We've got Judgment. Archangel Michael, again, someone needing to resurrect. There's a moment of judgment where someone sees the light that they've been seeking. And this is help coming through from Spirit, saying that it's time to come out of your cave. It's time to resurrect. And remember that we usually become the hermit because of a crisis in our life. And we've got the Ten of Cups, which can speak to an ending of a cycle, or the possible restart in our lives that can bring us a lot of happiness. And we know that the Ten of Cups is like a chapter that we're closing. Remember, it's the card of bliss, but it does speak to an ending as well. Could speak to the ending of a family unit. Could speak to the ending of an era concerning a family, because the Hermit could also speak to a wise one, someone that is seeking information. Could also speak to a detective, right? Why do we have the High Priestess? And we've got the Ten of Wands. I want to take one more. And the Queen of Swords. So where there's been secrecy, the Queen of Swords cuts through. And remember, she's Libra. And we did have the Queen of Swords right here, and we've got the King of Swords here as well. So I don't know if this is for some of you, this could be a love triangle. It could be a love triangle because wow. Because we have the Queen of Swords that's shown up. And, of course, the High Priestess could also speak to another person. Now, let's not say it's not gender specific. Okay, so something that was hidden, maybe a secretive relationship or secrecy within a marriage. And the Queen of Swords is asking for judgment. She's asking for the truth. She's searching for the truth, and it's been difficult not knowing. It's been difficult because the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords could be 2 different divine feminine, right? Where they're finding out about each other. I don't know. Here we've got the Star. You've got the Star twice, and you've got the Six of Pentacles. The Magician is here. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. You will be given the tools for that magic, for that wish fulfillment. You know, the not knowing maybe with a 10 of Wands. This is coming to an end with that 10 of Wands, which turns into the Ace. Ace of Wands. You've got a couple of 10s here. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. The ability to receive possibly a wish, to communicate, to find the truth, and a possible reconciliation. For others of you, this could have been a love triangle, which could be ending, or things will be shown, things that were, the whys are going to be answered. 3 of Cups, this is in the position of the action and the advice, which says there can be a rekindling of a situation for some of you, or this could be a group effort to receive what you deserve. Let's take another card on the action and the advice to see what that 3 of Cups is, because that could also speak to, can speak to support from others, group effort. It can also speak to gossip, so do take care. We've got the Page of Pentacles, so something that you've been studying, a child. Page of Pentacles is someone that's been learning something long-term, strategizing. This could be in relation to money, child support, anything like that. Let's see, because Earth is grounding, it's also stability, it's also monetary, right? Let's see what the Emperor has. 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the King of Swords. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's have a look at the Moon card. First, I'm going to take one on the King of Swords here. 4 of Pentacles and the Moon, please, Spirit. We've got the High Priestess. That's funny. That is funny. Remember, the High Priestess she's a new moon goddess. So this is talking about on the new moon, 1st of February, the new moon in Aquarius. Now we've got the King of Swords twice, we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Emperor twice. You've got the Star card twice. You've got the 6 of Pentacles twice. A new romantic cycle begins. A time to give rather than take. Looks like you're going to reach some sort of a peak with a disseminating moon. This is like breathing out. It's like the fluctuations, right, of the moon. That's how your reading goes. It's like a filling out. You know, as the moon fills out, we're able to see more. Obviously, around a new moon, you cannot actually see the new moon crescent. So give it a couple of days after that, where something is beginning to grow. Something is beginning. But before the new moon is when we've got the disseminating moon, right? So it's losing its light. So it's like like taking a breath and then sort of taking a deep breath and then breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. That's how emotionally it looks like your reading is going here. Now what we see here on the 4 of Pentacles is on the King of Swords. King of Swords this is someone that's scared to speak about what's in their heart. This is someone that is scared because obviously King of Swords, We know King and Queen of Swords are people that have gone through separation, divorce. Now, if that's not the case, then this is someone that is very intelligent, but looks at things from a very cold perspective. Yes, someone that cannot speak from the heart, someone that hides their emotions. And with the Two of Pentacles here on top of the Emperor, this is obviously things are up in the air. And I see this still happening sort of at the end of, so roughly around the end of March, where there is still conflict and there's still a lot of anxiety and worries. But remember that we don't actually have water here, so I don't think it's you. I think it's this King of Swords, and it can be the same person as the Emperor, but I feel that for some of you it's more so it's this King of Swords, because we've also got the Queen of Swords here, right? Queen of Swords, King of Swords. So I'm just wondering whether a lot will be known pertaining to a King of Swords, which could be an Aquarius, or because of the energy of Aquarius, that there could be a lot of worry pertaining to for this King of Swords, because I feel that the Emperor would be more than likely probably someone that's going to help you, right? Even though, again, the Emperor, he's got a reputation to protect, right? So they do come with a bit of ego. But this could also speak to, because I feel that information is going to come up, things will be known. And I also feel a little bit of a tug of war between the Emperor and the King of Swords. Now, that the King of Swords could also be a decision. If this is not, let's say, a person in your life, a decision. So speaking one's truth, we've got 10 swords here. And that could be leaving doubts behind, or, making a decision to move forward, whether it's a partnership or work relationship, right? It could also be something to do with the mystical realm. I mean, we've got the Hermit here, we've got the High Priestess, again, the Moon. Some of you could be preparing to do business, okay, with pertaining to mysticism. And I suppose that the Emperor could also be someone who is a father. This could be your father, someone that disagrees, someone that you've been having disagreements with. But I do feel that there's a potential for wish fulfillments here. I know that these cards are not pleasant cards. I mean, 5 of Wands, it's okay. The nine of Swords is difficult. Remember, I'm not reading reversal, so it could also say that the worry is now leaving, that things will not be up in the air anymore. There's a decision that's made, because there's a potential new beginning with that new moon energy. There's contracts here. There's news coming in. There's an offer here. We've got the Star card twice. We've got you're receiving the 6 of Pentacles twice, right? And in the hidden position is the 7 of Cups, where something that was unclear will become clear, and the Emperor can give you a sense of stability here. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We've got the 7 of Cups again. So all that lack of clarity, all that unknown stuff is going to come through. Let's take a Gaia Oracle, dear Spirit, for Pisces. January, February, March. Where is Pisces emotionally? What's going on with Pisces? Because we've got a new romantic cycle here beginning. New moon in Libra, and Libra is all about balance, fairness, justice. And we have purification, water, emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. Remember what I was talking about, that emotional filling out, and then fluctuations, so in and out, and 32. Emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. This card signifies healing and rejuvenation, which comes as a result of emotional cleansing. Well, with Jupiter in your sign, there will be emotional cleansing, as Jupiter does bring luck. He brings you justice. He brings you truth. And emotional cleansing, I mean, Jupiter can expand on the emotions because of Neptune there for you as well. And this is you releasing, obviously. In the coming days, you may experience some emotional turmoil, deep feelings that you thought you had already dealt with or previously resolved, resurface seemingly out of nowhere. Do not be concerned, for a profound healing is taking place, and at the end of this process you will feel all the better for it. The lady featured on this card emerges from the deep waters of her emotions into the light of a new day. Emotionally cleansed and rejuvenated, she now is ready to move fully into her power, free of the emotional baggage that she previously carried. Okay, so that's what's happening for you, dear Pisces. And I'm going to say also, I mean, remember the bouquet here does speak to luck. There's a sense of spring. Okay, so there can be news. If as soon as you're cutting something suddenly away from your life, something that kept you stuck or kept you in the dark or kept you in a position where you could not receive, because remember the wheat does speak to receiving, right? Feeling abundant. The scythe is what Scorpio holds, the death card. And it is a number 10. It is a number 10. And this is something that is leaving your life, obviously. Okay, for some of you, I suppose this could also be a hasty decision, but this can also be a sense of judgment. Someone is getting their karma, I would say here. Okay, someone that you're cutting away from your life, okay, and being open to new connections, maybe for some of you. Okay, and this could also speak to a lot of back and forth, a lot of communication. I mean, the Two of Pentacles can speak to back and forth. Remember, it's the infinity symbol, but it also speaks to being very busy or things being up in the air pertaining to legalities or with an air sign or some form of truth, some form of justice. I want to take another card on this position here. What's the Sun? And we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign. It's usually Virgo, Capricorn. She's the mother. She's like the minor arcana of the Empress. Let's take one more on the High Priestess. And we've got the Devil. Yep. Capricorn. Fears, toxicity, letting go. Letting go. Dear Pisces, the moon and the devil does speak to fears. It speaks to fears of the unknown. It speaks to hidden information. It speaks to secrecy. It speaks to a toxic sexual connection as well. Or it speaks to timing pertaining to maybe a spiritual connection, maybe something that started off as very sexual. But the Queen of Pentacles, she wants something long-term. She knows her value, and she's someone very dependable, and she can be a Capricorn because of the Devil card. Or it's taken forever for this new beginning because of toxicity, other people in the picture here. It will be different for each of you. Okay, we've got quite a few people here. And because I see her as Virgo, you've got a time to give rather than take. You've got strong Virgo energies here. But remember that she is a mother. She's very good with her money. She's dependable. She's there. She's stable. She could also be receiving. Okay, She could be receiving financial stability. And the Sun can also speak to reconciliation. It can speak to a possible marriage. So remember, she's the minor arcana of the Empress. We see the Emperor, who's a little bit more experienced or matured. But remember, I said that this Emperor is more than likely someone that's a bit younger. So I will leave it there. Dear Pisces, I hope that that gave you some understanding of what's going on here. We've got 18, 19. 19 is Leo, but 19 can also add up to a 10. And 10 does speak to an ending and a new beginning. All right, wishing you well. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Lots of love, dear Pisces. Talk to you soon.